Alright, we'll go back to the league race this time with TTML for
Oh,
round number 4
oh, that was very
of
cloudy there for a
Division
sec. I
3,
thought,
which is at the
I knew it.
Canada Circuit de Gilles
The
of Villeneuve,
boys
the Canadian Grand Prix.
fucking
So I
sick
haven't
of it.
raced this one for a long time, but I knew heading in this is going to be a great opportunity because one of the things I'm good at is not getting track limits
Oh,
penalties.
that's
This is a track where
right.
you get a lot of track limit penalties around. So if I could just have a modicum of pace, perhaps we could be looking at a really good result here. So yeah, that's the setup. We're going to load this up now. It's dry qualifying, dry race. So happy days with that. Again, I was kind of fearful that my advantage might be scuppered somewhat by a wet session. So yeah, happy about that. And I was interested to see how this one will go down. But anyways, qualifying for Gaugier first. Gotta get a valid lap in. I did get one in the start. Bit of wing damage at the end of that run, so I knew there was still time to be found here. I did one run, and that run didn't quite stack up, so I did a second run. I didn't want to do a third one. I wanted to save a set of fresh sauce for the race, but track positions over here is really important. So I was pushing out of this last run. I'm not sure how the car got away from me in fifth gear there, but there you go. Car goes around in qualifying. That's it. Won't be improving on that lap. So yeah, pretty
Medium,
tough.
soft, medium.
And
Just leave the soft for the end for sure.
yeah, starting from P9, not great, but could be worse as well. I don't think there's too much benefit in starting on the mediums here anyway, as
Isn't it?
compared to some other
Do you think?
tracks. So
Yeah, of course
yeah,
it did.
P9 will try and work our way up and better pace than I think that time suggests. I think I did at 8.3 or
Kind of
4 as
shame
my
because
best
they're
time, or
having a
8.1
couple of
was my
dodgy
best time.
races,
So
so
some good potential here, nevertheless. So that's what we're going to hope for in the race. And speaking of, it's going to be a two-stopper. We're going to try and do. I decided I thought maybe undercuts would be better
yeah,
here,
just want to start me on
and
soft.
the
I think
softs when they go off aren't great. So I thought, look, let me just do. I'll play this to my advantage. I'll just use medium. Tire selection here is a really interesting one. You could run out of tires quite
14,
quickly here,
14,
so
and then
that's why I
7
didn't
on
want
the
to start on
softs.
mediums for the
Slightly
other
more
reason
than
as well. But yeah, it's going to start in lap 5. We can see where we go, and yeah, basically that's what we'll look at. But
I think I'll do
here we go then.
14 a
Building, building, building. 5 red lights. And away we go. A long hold there, but a decent start, I thought. And Sean's coming through. They're going to go for the inside move on Felgen. Hansen there was so slow. And I was completely wrong-sighted by it. A bit of contact there into turn 1. A bit of a sloppy turn 1 and turn 2
Oh my
as
god, there's
Sean gets
absolute
ahead there.
carnage
But
in front of me.
that Renault, I was fairly set heading into turn 1. That was a rough one as well. That was silly. I could have easily lost it there.
I've dropped the
Uh,
last.
so I really thought that perhaps, I thought my run down turn 1 was all set, but that slow start from Hansen, we saw that in Japan as well. It really kind of upset a lot of people heading into turn 1 in terms of, well, like, we all had to get out of.
Okay,
I'd
I've
certainly
dropped
had
the
to,
last
I
with
certainly had
window.
to hop out of the way. Literally
Oh my
nothing
god.
happened in these first few laps. Again, pretty rough
So
turn 1 and 2
stupid.
there in lap 1, but lap 5, nothing's really happened, but there are plenty of people in front. So I'm thinking, right, good chance to undercut here, and we shall see how we get on. So that's what we're going to do, as Tom is catching up here, but he's not going to be overtaking me because I'm going into the pits. Get yourself slowed down in time. You could easily speed into here. So I wasn't the only one who had this in mind. So I think it's always good to do mediums middle stint, and then you can decide if you want to extend, then sure, you could do softs at the end,
I'll
but
get to stop over me
you
already.
can already you can also decide to go mediums as well again. So as we
He's come out
merge
directly
basically
behind me.
P18, so but there's going to be lots of ebb and flow in terms of track position, people on different strategies, pitting at different times, so people using softs at the last in, so going extra long. Lap 7, so undercut has been responded to. Felgen is just going to just nip out in front there. It's nip and tuck, but he did get in front. So again, I think one of the reasons I was a little bit slower in the race because I'm desperate to avoid a penalty, so I am lifting where others are pushing essentially, so I'm not risking track limits because it's a 35 lap long race. I'm not risking penalties here. Lap 9, we did get a nice little jump there on Hansen, who just comes out of the
Honest to
pits there
God,
now.
rejects.
So the midfield battling was pretty tough. My teammate had to do a rough bit of it as well. So we're going to be catching that pretty soon, as a lot of cars lost a lot of time squabbling here, myself included at times as well. You'll see later on. But lap 10, you can see a little bit in front there. My teammate's just in front there. He's yet to pit on his mediums. But Hansen actually had much better pace at this phase of the race, so he's going to go. He's going to go past here, just into the last chicane there. Bit of a squeeze. I would preferred perhaps if he'd done it down in towards turn 1. I wouldn't have fought that much, but yeah, he gets through and he's up in position. So again, I'm not really too worried because it's lap 10. I'm a little worried that not as many people are getting penalties right now, but that fear will be allayed pretty soon. So yeah, just settle in, and we got space to joke in behind. Moving on to lap 13, I believe we just had a VSC, so you got Felgen and Hansen squabbling away. They're fighting each other, so that brings me back into DRS consideration. Janne is just behind me. Janne was quite a bit behind me, and I've lost a bit of time behind these two. So yeah, Janne is coming quickly, and he's not got any penalties. He's on medium, so he's one of the cars I want to be fighting. I think he may have had to change a wing, but I can't actually remember, because he was in front, and now he's quite far behind. So I'm not sure what happened to Janne there, but anyways, yeah. However, lap 17, David's out of the race, and that was a shock. And I was like, oh, because David's one of the front runners, really. And heading into the turn 3-4 chicane,
for me is big.
He's in the wall. There's a tire missing there. He actually ghosted on Digile's screen, the secret Digile, and yeah, basically just desync and then got exploded into a wall, but it was a ghost. So yeah, pretty rough one. No further action on that incident in the end. Janne's going to go past here, and that's fine. Nothing I can really do about that. So Sean's behind on mediums. Now Sean was in front here before I pitted, very close to that wall there. Langfell's here on softs, 2.5 seconds back as well. So Langfell is going for, I think he's going for medium, soft. So he might be a factor come there at some point in this race. Lap 21, we're just in 5th, yet to pit. Secret Digile, who has just pit, of course. That's how much pace he had today. He's going to get by here. It's lap 21. I decided to extend an extra lap before pitting onto my mediums. Again, maybe a lap too far, but Langfell just behind now as well. So yeah, these mediums did drop off quite a bit, so I'm pretty happy to use these rather than softs, because once again, softs dropping off is not nice. But here's the other thing: I didn't want softs to drop off and then I understeer into a barrier or something. So I was more fearful of that than I was, say, on the medium. So that's kind of the reason for that. So anyways, if Langfell overtakes me here, that's fine. If not, I'm not really minding too much, because I'm going to be hopefully peeling into the pits. Is it this lap? It is indeed. Excellent. I thought I mistimed that. Just in time to slow down. The tyre wear isn't too bad here, but you feel it. The track, the performance just drops. So again, we're going to kind of appear in basically no man's land. Felgen there. See, all the penalties racking up now. This is what I was hoping for. So we're in a good spot here. We are actually in a good spot, so we just have to keep going. And possibly top 4 could be up for grabs. We'll see. Moving on then to lap number 23. Vlaras is yet to pit in front, and Felgen got through. I was a little impatient. You see, I got my first track limits warning here. I was a little impatient here. I should have waited a bit better for more of an opportunity. Decided to send one into the inside there. That wasn't really on. I made contact there. That's my own fault. And yeah, I was a little bit impatient there to get that one done. So that would have been my bad had anything popped off there, to be fair. So I was a little impatient. I couldn't quite get this move done until this chicane here, basically. So the door's left open. I'm going to try and go through it. Felgen's a little bit off the road. He's 2 seconds now. Was just behind Stevie G. They're getting a lot of penalties. So initially, Vlaras had a better run, but DRS is going to help me just get the separation I need. And I see check the clearance. I've got enough clearance to come back in, as is my prerogative. And yeah, we get through there. More people coming into the pits. These guys are going softs or so to the end, maybe mediums. But yeah, now we're making up some track positions, and more people to pit still in front who are going on to their softs to end this race. So yeah, we are. So we're still out of position. Basically, with just under 10 laps to go. Lap 26. Oh, it's been a while. You thought it was gone, but no. The game will randomly pause. Will I unpause? ERS is stuck. It is stuck. It will never be coming off this race. Yeah. That glitch has struck again. 3rd time I've had to do it. I had it once in Sprint League. I had it once in the FTRL League race around Baku, I think. And yeah, it is back once again. So yeah, disaster really. This is really bad. I'm behind my teammate now who's yet to pit, but now I've got no ERS. So now I'm like a 2015 Honda in a straight line. And I could only overtake my teammate here when he's about to pit himself. So going down the inside, I know he's coming into the pits. So yeah, he's going to come in. Plenty of space between the both of us, because he in practice we pile drived into the back of me heading in here. So yeah, but now I've lost. I'm losing more time to Felgen, but now really I can't be looking forward. I'll be looking back now. Lap 28, heading on to lap 29. I know Langfell's going to get me, so I initially go on rich, but then decide to go standard and then I leave the space, and that is my reward. Not particularly impressed. Thankfully, that was only my second warning, because that would have been a pretty harsh penalty. But yeah, got absolutely fecked off the track there by Langfell. No excuse for it. I know it wasn't intentional, but there's no excuse for that to happen. He had so much space on his left-hand side. It was. I know he didn't know I had ERS issues, but yeah, it was a done deal. And yeah, and now add insult to injury, I check my damage. Yep, left-hand side damaged. So not only have I got ERS issues the whole race, I now have wing damage as well. So this race went from very promising to very, yeah, to just get to the checkered flag very quickly. It was really disappointing because again, yeah, chances were definitely in front of me. Lap 31, basically this will just be everyone trying to, yeah, well, everyone getting past basically, because I have no straight line speed. I have wing damage. It's just a pretty bad time. So pretty disappointing, because I was looking forward to kicking on, and I was very confident that even if those guys overtook me on track, they had all the penalties I needed to fall behind again. So lap 34, Tom is behind me now, and he struggles to get behind me or get by me, but yeah, heading into the last chicane there. He's got pen, so I'm not worried about him escaping there. So one more lap 35. Yeah, it was a very frustrating end to this race, because yeah, I thought yeah, this would go better. So lap 35, last chicane. We're going to finish on track P11. Where will we end up? There's quite a lot of squabbling in front, so what's it going to be? It's P6. So not a bad result.
Am I close enough?
But really, I should have been at least fourth. I was about 3 seconds behind Stinna in fourth, and I lost more than 3 seconds with the wing damage, the punting off track, the ERS, all of that. Dejile got himself a 10-second penalty in the end post-race for a reset the track. Wouldn't have got me up to the podium. I don't know if I would have been close enough to Janne for his 3-second penalty to be in effect. I'm not really sure. I'm leaning towards probably not, but maybe just. I think Janne, if he's just 3 seconds, I think he would have just cleared me, I think, at the end of that race. It's impossible to know. But yeah, P6 is not too bad given the circumstances, but you can imagine my disappointment at the same time, because, well, I mean, yeah, that was a very easy fourth place in the end, possibly even third, and yeah, just didn't go the way I'd hoped. I think that officially ruled me out of the title now as well. Not officially, of course, there's plenty of time. Oh, was Janne 6 seconds? Ooh, yeah, that may have cost me a podium. The screen I'm recording on here I'm seeing is really small. So if that's 6 seconds, then maybe that cost a podium. If it's 3 seconds, I don't think it would have. It looks like 6. It looks like 2. Again, the thing is so small on my screen here, I can't actually see it. So yeah, it's pretty tough. Warning on lap 1 was for a collision warning. Obviously, you saw the collision. And the second warning there was being punted off the track there. So only driver not to get a penalty here, which again only adds to the disappointment that I do feel. So here's the standings. 103 points for Simply Superman. We're down 66. Yeah, I mean, it was looking decent after Japan, but and I thought China did a decent job, but yeah, this is the one that I was targeting, and yeah, sadly it didn't quite go to plan, but still, it's top 3, top 5 still very much up for play. There's a bit of separation now between myself and Jabu for top 5, so yeah, we can settle in here, have some good races. Want to get some podiums. I'm still aiming for at least one race win, but yeah, hopefully we can get that done. But that's going to be it for this week of TTML round 4 at Canada. Next up, I believe, is Hungary. So yeah, should be fun. Until next time.